Hey guys, it's Mike with ceptv, and we wanted to cover today with you what you need to do in the proper process of disconnecting any of the equipment here on the pad. Now, most of the time you're never going to have a problem with any of this stuff, but everything has been designed with what we call quick disconnect collars to give you the option of easily moving equipment, changing equipment out, and servicing equipment. So we want to go through the proper way to disassemble that and the proper way to reassemble that. The first step is going to be you're going to want to break the vacuum seal. Always, anytime you're working on any of this plumbing, you want to break the vacuum seal and then go ahead and drain out whatever you have that you're wanting to change out. Let's say, for example, this UV unit here. Once we've broken the vacuum seal, you'll simply come over to the quick disconnect collar. You'll unscrew it. And you can literally take the UV right out, change it, and put the new one in. It's going to line right back up again. But what we want to talk about when you're reassembling these things is, like we've covered on other videos, every single one of the items that has a quick disconnect also has a gasket. The gaskets are what keep everything from leaking, and it's very important that there's nothing on these gaskets at time of reassembly. Not only the gasket, but the face of where the gasket is going to make contact need to be cleaned. It's just as easy as simply wiping your thumb around it, maybe taking a rag, and just simply wiping these off to make sure that they're completely clear before we go to reassemble. At that point there, we're going to just go ahead and you want to try to line it up as close as you can to start with. Everything should go together easy. If it's not, then chances are you're not lined up right. We do not want to force these. We do not want to cross thread these no matter what happens. They should all go together hand tight. And in some situations, if they're a little bit off one way or another, you can kind of shake it as you're putting it together, and it will help it kind of line up into place. The rule of thumb on quick disconnects is we never want to use tools. It's a temptation, especially for us men out there, to go ahead if something's not going together right and grab the biggest tool we can find and wrench on it. That will break this plastic, and once that happens, especially if you break the plastic that's molded in with the threads, you're buying a whole new UV unit simply to fix that problem, because there's no way to put it back together. So hand tighten only is the rule. Go ahead and hand tighten your stuff back up once you know your gaskets are clear, and then you always want to double check and make sure that everything is running correctly. So we're going to go ahead and start our system back up again. We want it to come on at a full prime speed, and then we want it to be under the full load so that we can double check and make sure that we're not having any issues with any possible leaking. Remember, you've left this bleeder open. We're waiting for the water to come out, and then we're going to close this bleeder. And then we're going to focus down here and make sure that we don't have any leaking going on. And just take a second and make sure, because even small leaks over time, small drips can drain a pool down pretty quick. But once you're sure that you don't see any leaking going on, you're good. That's all that it takes to deal with any of the equipment replacement on these pads. The quick disconnects make it real easy for you to be able to get in there, take care of something, put it right back in there, and get up and running again. So guys, we'll see you on the next one.